Hey everybody, welcome back to Satisfactory 1.2. We are in the experimental branch still, getting close to possibly moving over to the actual game branch. I believe early June. I don't recall the exact date, but yeah, next week basically they're taking 1.2 into the regular branch of Satisfactory, and I will probably transfer the save over to that because it does it so well. Hi everyone, how you doing this morning? How you go? Have a good morning. Hope your Saturday, Sunday, depending on where you are on this planet, is going well. Mine's going just fine as always. So what are we doing today? Well, today we are going to be finishing the ironworks. Apparently haven't quite got that done yet, so gonna need to get that finished. And then the next plan after that is to get our refineries up and running so we can get our plastic and rubber and all of that fun stuff, because we unlocked the next level, the tier in the space elevator, which has given us access to our tier 5, which is we've now already unlocked the oil processing. So we got all that fun stuff. The next thing I want to grab here is going to be the jetpack, because who does not love a jetpack? I'm going to leave the stuff in my inventory for just a second. Then we're going to go for our logistics Mark IV, but we do need to get the rubber production up and running for that. And then, of course, it's on to fluid packaging. Yes, liquid biofuel, that's what I wanted for my jetpack, so I want to get that undone, but we are going to need plastic for that. Then we can get into power, not having to quite worry so much about our power, and then, of course, onto our manufacturing. Trains. By that time, I think once we get through tier 5 here, we'll have all of our home-based stuff done and producing, so we can finally start moving out into the world and start building the more important stuff. And part of that is going to be the trains. I'm going to build a giant ring around the world and yeah, go from there. So yeah, lots to do, gotta get to it. So let's try to get over or figure out what the heck we were doing last week. So last thing I think we had going here was our iron rod. So we've got, as we run around the hallways here, so we've got our iron plate going on over here. We've got all of our iron refineries processing away. Those machines are a little bit on the loud side. Sorry about that. Let me go and adjust my volume a little bit here. So not quite so smack in the face on this early morning. And again, we, of course, we do have our iron plate. Why are you not getting your ingots? Hello. I mean, you're full of ingots. Anyway, we'll come back to that in a minute. Then, of course, we over here, we have, well, look at that. We're making steel ingots because we have the steel screw recipe. So these guys are hammering away between our frames over here and our reinforced iron plate over here. You'll notice that both the machines are full. What you doing here? What's happening here? I don't remember how I've set some of this stuff up. Okay, yeah, so that's coming up because these guys, this uses my reinforced iron. Okay, I got it figured. Yeah, I haven't had I didn't get a chance to look into this and kind of play with anything during the week. Why is everything running out of? Why? So yeah, things are kind of. I don't remember where everything is. Let's put it that way. All right, so first things first, let's kind of sort out what's going on with our ingot production here. So we'll have a look here. So that's full of ingots. That's all full of ingots. Yeah, so clearly I'm making enough ingots. The reason why they're not getting into the machines, and that's even with this giant buffer here, right? Because for some odd reason I thought it was important I put a giant buffer in today. This time? Can I? Yeah, so that's all full. Iron ingots are going down there. Let's pop downstairs. Staircase over here. I mean, I love a good rat-worn base, but man. Okay, so what is going on here? So iron is flowing, iron ingots are flowing up into there. What you guys got going? Yeah, iron ingots are good there. I don't know what I done. Hey, there's no reason why you should not be full of iron ingots. Unless you've got a problem in your lift. You have a problem in your lift, don't you? Okay, well that's easy fix. Yep, that took care of that problem. Okay. All right, that might be a bit of an issue. Let's check all the rest of them. See, it's got ingots in it. That one's got ingots in it. That one has got ingots. That one has got ingots. That one does not have ingots. Why do you not have ingots? Probably because you don't have a belt connecting. Ha ha ha! I figured it out. Okay, so that takes care of that. Let's go run over to the iron rod, see what's happening over in them. Okay, so the iron rods are not getting anything, right? Yeah, okay, so yeah, we have to now connect up our iron rods. So we've got the input ready to go right here. Now, I could just continue this line, but that is kind of asking for trouble. Like, the manifold and an internal, you know, this machine is always going to be, you know, bad luck Charlie, so it's always going to be the last one to get. And then if I'm going to put another ring on there, yeah, that's not going to go well. So what I want to do here is I actually want to grab the ingots from another location, and I think that's going to be right here. So I'm going to run the belt. Let's go work backward here. So we're going to grab the belt input, and we'll put one there just to lock it into place. Make sure I'm on straight. So I'm putting the belt in place first because it's going to give a guide for the snapping when I put in a splitter right here. So you can see that it's going to try to line up. Of course, I do require cable. So let's go get some cable. Those rare times when I actually have to refill with cable and wire. So we'll grab a roll. Let's grab a couple of rolls of that, and I'll throw this one stack back just because a stack of one, really, it does no one any good. Okay, bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Back underneath. Let's go get that splitter in. And there we go. Snap into place, pop you in, and let these guys come to life. To life, to life, l'chaim, 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 to life. Random show tunes. If I were a rich man. All day long I'd if I were a wealthy man. If I were a rich man. Okay, I would do this more often if I was a rich man. Look at that. Okay, iron rod's good to go. So we have let's check on what we're doing. So we need to get our iron plate, we need to get our iron rod, and we need to get our screws. So that's the first 3 containers here that I want to get filled. We're making those. So let's start moving some product over. These guys are going to be the stators, the rotors, and the motors, which I'm next going to tackle. Right? That's what I'm going to do next. Yes. Okay, so first things first, let's figure out where... So again, this is all ingots here. So we need to pull all of these guys now, and we are popping underneath the ground here, and for just some quickie access. Okay, so some of these guys are getting split off to the iron plates, or the reinforced plates. The rest, on the other hand, need to come with me to my storage containers. Let's figure out where we are going to pop them through. So yeah, you can see, of course, I have nothing on the backside here. So let's get in our floor holes. Like so. Like so. Like so. And I might as well put all of these guys in. Alright, I'm going to focus on the iron plate. So we're going to put that one there. That's rod. That's screw. Because I pre-labeled these guys, so I kind of, you know, set myself up to make sure that everything goes in the right place. Of course, I can always move the sign. Alright, so let's finish getting the iron plate over now that I have a locale to go to, and that is that one right there. Our iron plate is popping out right over here. So we're going to tuck it in nice and tight to this other belt here. So we'll go to there, and then we'll come down. Ooh, can I do this differently? Let's try this. Because it's not quite as tight as I'd like it to be, so we're gonna go, no, 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 that's, no, 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 no. No, we are going to go like so. Yeah, 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 yeah. To there. Let's get rid of this, and then we'll let the system figure out its own angles. Actually gonna have to come back to here a little bit. Okay, yeah, so that is actually quite fixed. Nope, 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 nope. Man, you don't do the thing for a week and... I think right there. And then we go this way. And they're overlapping. Because why wouldn't they be? Let's try that again. Can we? Yay! Alright, so that's now going to start delivering me my iron plate, right? Yes, yes, look at them go! Look at them go to nowhere, because I haven't put in the next section. Okay, let's get that in. And boom-de-boom-de. Come visit me if you want to store. And away goes the iron plate. Perfect. Okay, back upstairs. Because now we can put in... What are you guys? Oh, you're my old ones. Which means I'm going to have to move some stuff up there, but that's fine. Alright, so you bunch. Let's get our floor holes going here. Because who doesn't love a good floor hole? That sounds wrong on almost every possible conceivable level. Her phrasing important. Misconstrue my words otherwise. Okay, so you guys gonna come out of here. That's, oh, let's not have edge to fall off, because me fall off edge almost guaranteed. OSHA here have heart attack and field day. All right, I'm going like that, gonna go like that, and like that, and like that. And then we can grab our belt, and we are going to stretch across like that. Now, I did only put these lifts in here because, again, it is the snap guide for not my splitter. I need mergers now. So we'll go into the moija. There's a moija. And then we got another moija with the snapping, and there's a moija with the snapping. So all my moijas got the snapping. I'm going to need to put belts in because that is too far away, because I use straight, not default, because straight doesn't go quite as tight as default. It was a whole thing. Okay, now you, my fine young cannibals. She drives me crazy. Now, do I want to do something clever here with me belt? I think I do. Let's see if I can make this work. So we're going to grab our mounted ceiling of a ceiling mount. I'm going to hit H, and we're going to go right up there. And can I drop you down just a little bit? Yes, I can. So we're going to go pop right into there. We're going to line you up to there. And we are going to hit the old H. We're going to hit the up by 1, up by half. Let's just make sure I've got the right height. Nope, that was just up by a half, not up by 1.5. Again, H. Let's go up by a half. That's better. That's now lined up. Hopefully that's close enough to stretch the belt. Perfect. Okay, so now I could just grab my belt here. Head towards this to right about there, I think. And then what did he do? And then he went like that. And does that clip at all? No, it doesn't. Slides back underneath perfectly. Yeah. Look, Ma. It works. Oh. You're a little off filter here, but that's fine. Let's do from here to, let's say, there. That should get enough for, nope, we're gonna have to go back to default. There we go. All right, so now we are storing those guys. Let me find my way out. And we can come up here. Those are bright ass lights. I need to, where the heck, do I have a dimmer on this thing, right? No, that's not where my base is. Where did I put? I'm sure I have a light switch on this area base somewhere. Do I not have a light panel control-y, panel control panel thingy bobby? What's a hoodza? Do I even have access to a set? I don't know. No, I don't. So yeah, that's what my lights are gonna do. They're gonna be super ugly and bright for now. ADHD Satisfactory. All right, what was I doing? I was literally right here and I ran away from it. Hey, look, you're collecting your rods. Hey, look, you're collecting your plates. Hey, look, you don't have your screws yet. So let's go take care of the screws next. Looking forward to getting my jetpack, because that means I'm one step closer to... I have to do a little redirecting on a belt here, I think. Yeah. Let's grab that. Let's come in between here. Again, I'm going to go to straight, so it gives me those nice clean 90s. And I want to go right between these two. And like that, and then we can plug back in, and there we go. So whatever you were doing, carry on doing it. Those are the underside, or the motors and stuff. Okay, screws. Screws, I am producing right there. They're coming down. Nice thing about screws, I don't need super duperly amounts. I just need a reasonable amount for my own purposes. Yeah, I'm gonna take it down to right about there. Let's grab our lift. And go that way. All right, we got a little bit of a ziggy-zaggy thing going on here again, so we're gonna go to there. Is that gonna get me past my ziggy-zaggy? Nope, but that'll get me past my ziggy-zaggy. Well, that's a little bit like crap, but that's okay. All right, one lift coming up, or going down as the case. Well, no, I guess it would be going up. And then we go into there. Let it not be screws, and there were, and the screws were good. Okay, next is what order do I want to do these guys in? That is important. Don't hit F. This is not Space Engineers where you have to open the doors manually. So first the iron plate, then the iron frame. The iron plate and the iron frame are over here. They are not over there. They're over here. There they are. Found them! All right, so the plate going down there. Ain't got nothing going down there. I'm thinking I'm gonna move this line here. Yeah, let's do this. So this is the iron plate. Let's get rid of all this for now, because I'm thinking I'm going to put my splitter input there. Let's come over a little bit, and then we'll turn. Kind of a real cool, spooky sound going on there. All right, let's turn this guy pointing that way. Then we'll grab our splitter, and you go that way, and then we go 1, 2, 1, 2. That's at the correct height now. So we can go like that, and then we can reconnect you into there. And the reason I wanted to do that is because this way I can take both of these guys and run them really nice and close. As you can see how that guy is lined up perfectly there. Yeah, that fur out right. And then I can take my lift and boop. And that'll fill up with iron plates. Turn on my flashlight, you can see them. And then of course this is going to get my iron frames or modular frames. Excellent. Okay, so now we just have to bring those two over to their respective containers, and they are both on the correct orientation. I know I have stairs around here somewhere. There they are. Yes, my architectural technique is mad chaos, as you can clearly see by the layout of my factory here. Okay, so where are those coming down? I need to find out where I'm... Where do we go from here? There they are. Way the heck down here, and it looks like I should be able to cleanly route them right along the screws here. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna hold that guy there for a sec. Yep, that works. And then we can go grab his partner in time. You can go to here. Like that, and then we can go all the way back down, and there we go. Okay. Of course, we're going to need a way to bring them downstairs, so we're going to go like that, and then we put that in there. So again, rough reinforced iron plate, which of course doesn't quite make it. Why would it? Oh, that's okay. It looks like I have to do a little bit of a corner turn here anyway. So I'll go... let's do this. Let's come around to the side here like that. Because what that does then is it gives that a way to draw its little line. And then we can grab this guy, put it the same place. Let's come in right beside. Like that. And then we connect you, and you figure yourself out as well. They're touching a little. I don't actually like that, so let's go back to here, and then I'll redirect with that. There we go. Okay. Back upstairs we go. Draining away. Okay, so all that's doing is feeding the 140... Can I... Thank you. 140 screws go into here to keep these guys chewing along at 5 per minute, which, you know, doesn't seem like much, but it's enough for me to build things. I'm currently making 200 which means I am producing 60 screws per minute for me own personal usages. If I wanted to, I could increase that, but I think that should be fine. Because when a recipe calls for screws, it doesn't call for, you know, boxes of screws, it calls for individuals. So there you go. Oh, right, look at that. I'm already mostly full. Okay, so that has got my screws, that has got all of the other products, iron products ready to go. Steel is already done. Next on the list of things I want to make is going to be the motor line. And for that, we're going to return to the Satisfactory modeler available on the Steam page. And let's have a look at that. All right, so basically, again, I'm looking for one assembler's worth of motors to come out. So that's 5 motors by 5 motors. Looks like I'm going to need 10 stators and 10 of these. So to get that 10, I'm going to need 2 of these. But I don't want just 10 of these. I actually do want a few more, because there are going to be times when I am going to need more than just that. I'm sorry, I scrolled myself. So, what does that mean? That means I'm going to increase this. Let's see, this is 3 machines. That gives me 15. 3 machines, that gives me 15. Which is 112 iron, 112 coal, 112. I should be able to grab that. I can grab the coal from the same line of coal that I'm using for my screws. In fact, I can use these same lines here, because I've already got one refinery that is bringing in coal and iron already. So if I can tie that into there. I was kind of playing around with the idea of doing iron wire, but I don't think so, because I do have easy access to a copper node that'll easily provide me 105 right on the edge of the pit, kind of basically directly below the tractor stations that are over there. So I think that's gonna be, I'm pointing at an area that you can't see, that I have my copper in an area just underneath, so basically almost directly below where the space elevator is sitting. There is a unpure copper node, but I should be able to pull that amount of copper off of that system. Okay, so let's get some refineries going. It looks like daytime has come in, and it is a lovely sunny day. So I'm going to bip my head underneath again. See, yeah, you're right there. So I just want to run downstairs for wherever you are, which is right here. Okay, so you're pulling your coal in from this whole schmoozle. The coal, I do have some surplus. Again, if I do find myself needing more coal, let's go check. Actually, it's not ADHD Satisfactory. This is related. I want to go check on my tractor station and see. So yeah, so I'll get lots of iron still in there. Of course, I got a full feed line I can bring out. I've got tons of coal, and there is another line I can bring out if need be. And for that amount, I kind of think I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to run a whole new coal line. Well, I'm only using 30 for my screws, but that is feeding. Let me pop upstairs, see where those other ones are going. Yeah, see, those are going right into the proper full steel production, and that doesn't have a lot left over. It was one thing to steal 30 from them. It's a whole other thing to steal 112. So I'm going to have to bring out a new supply line. So if I'm popping out a new supply line, where do I run that? Because I would like to keep things neat and organized. So I could go pretty much right through here. Yeah. Yeah, I could do that. So, you know, I have to bring the stuff back. So what I'm thinking here... I'm kind of in the same position here with the iron. Am I not? Yeah, see, you can see how much the iron is moving just already with current production, so I don't have a lot. To play with. So I'm thinking I'm gonna run. Yeah. So I'm gonna replace or tap into differently on these two lines here, because then I will have enough coming through. So I don't really have to change much here. I just need to reroute this belt a little bit. Yes. Okay, so let's kind of start doing that. Yep, that's fine. So we're gonna go from here to there, and then you can go and do something completely different. And now for something completely different. And we're gonna do that instead. And we'll grab our, well, you know what, just grab the belt from here. It's already got the right direction going, and I can see right away. Come on. Arr. No, why don't you just do it this way, you dummy? Hey, look, you can go all the way to that one. Go figure. All right, Mr. Iron, you're kind of in the way anyway, so that kind of works out for me. Because that was the annoying one I already had to move the once. So we're gonna do that again. So we're gonna take you, we're gonna pop one of you in there at some point when I hit the correct button. That is. Then we're gonna go to there. All right. So far, so good. And sorry, I'm totally scrolled myself onto something else. All right. Okay, so now I have a pair of belts that can come down this way. I need those pair of belts to come out of there. I don't want to have to cross paths with anyone, so what have I got going underneath here? Can I get through this way? Not really that way. What about any place where the rocks aren't in the way? Because stairs are there. What I could do... okay. I know it's never going to happen for this game, but I would love voxel tools that allow you to change the actual surface of the ground. Now I realize that these aren't actual voxels, but, and you know that they're geometry. I don't know what the hell they are. What do I know about game design? I do normal CG, not game CG, as in, you know, film, television, that kind of stuff. Oh, how do I want to do this? Because also, you know, it's got to look reasonable. Can't look like crap. Maybe what I should need to do first is just look underneath here. Okay, so I got a ton of room down here. Problem is this rock wall. Where can I come out? So I want to come out right through here. If I pop these guys out, what happens then? I actually might be able to squeeze through there. I mean, if there's clipping that I don't see, it is certainly more forgivable than clipping I can see. So I think that's what I'm going to do here. Is I'm going to drop the wall by 1, just because I don't like the top of the wall pointing through the above. I'm going to then put in the requisite, nope, not that one, these guys. We're going to put a wall hole there. Nope, gotta come down by 1, I think. Let's try that again. Right there. Yeah, I think that should be... yeah, okay. Okay. Then let's just start bringing our belts back. To there. And then we can come back this way. No, we're gonna have to do a little bits of cheatsies. Just because the way the curvature is gonna work. And then we'll bring you to here. And then you will go like that, and then you will go like there, and then like that. Sure. I can make that tighter. Like that. Let's try this. Is that tight enough? Yep, that'll work. Okay, good. And then we'll just clear. And... ow! I did that wrong. So we have to do it again. I knew something looked funny. There we go. Oh, that is hard on the vocal cords, man. Sheesh. Okay, so we got to that section there. Now if we run over top here, let's figure out where we're going to be bringing the rest of it. There's a way up. Okay. Now, I should be able to just get one in. Now, here's my quandary. How tight can I make this? I can actually make that corner quite tight, can't I? Which means I can have you in a line with that. Perfect, that's what I wanted to double check. So we can put that one there, and then we can take our lift and go up to there. And then I can connect... oh, the paths are a bit annoying in that. Not quite up the full height. That's too high. That's more like it. No, it's not. Damn it. Is it just the two? I think it's just the two. And now you don't fit because it's too tight, because why would you actually do what I want you to do? Okay, so let's do it this way. We're gonna go like that, and I'm gonna move. What? You'll do that, but you won't do that. You're nuts, man. You're absolutely nuts. See, that's what I didn't want to have happen. Yeah, sorry about that, bud. So this one's got its path off. So you can see here how it's now a red line, and that's because his wheels are going to run over the hole I just put in the floor. So I can't bring the coal straight out to there because that's going to run into the iron that's sitting there. I think what I am going to do is make this look cleaner to work with what I have going on. Yeah, I know you've got a schedule to keep. I'm sorry. All right, let's. There you go. Off to work you go. All right, now with that there, I can put in my floor hole properly and get it the way I wanted it originally. Not there. There. Okay, yay! Finally, coal. I don't remember which one's supposed to be coal. I don't remember which one's supposed to be iron. Let's fix our ceilings here. Don't think we need to go with the 4x meter ones anymore. I need the space. Like that. There we go. Okay, coal is going really slowly. What? Oh, that's the coal from. Okay, I don't even know what's going on anymore. Where am I? Oh, I'm over here. Okay, that is not where I want to be. We were doing something right about here. Okay, so this is my coal line. Yes. Yeah, okay, so the coal line is the one that is going to be on my left facing this direction. Iron is going to be on the right. That actually works for me. Yeah, that will actually work for me. Okay, I need to pop underneath here. Let's find out where that coal is coming out. It's coming out right there. Yeah, lovely, lovely, lovely. The iron will be coming out there, so I'll get. Not sure how I'm going to get the coal to there. I'm going to have to be. Ooh. Clever. All right. Okay, so that's going to be coal coming this way. And again, I'll just get into the straight mode. So that's going to come past this iron here. We're going to turn for every season. Turn. There is a reason. I don't know what the song is. Yeah, let's replace you with you. Because I forgot where the hell I'm going. I'm going right over here. That's where I'm going. That's the stairs. Can't get rid of that. Can't do nothing with that. What I can do is let's grab a wall. Let's fill in this gap, I think. Yeah, let's do that. That way I can hide all of the sins. And I do need to get back in there. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, so where did I leave any of that stuff? I don't know. All right, let's really screw up all of the tractors temporarily. Okay, yeah, that should do. All right, I still haven't found what I'm looking for. 'Cause I still haven't found what I am looking for. Okay, where the hell was I? Okay, here we are. That's the coal. Hey, Mr. Cole. Mr. Cole, where do I need to bring you? Mr. Cole? I don't remember, Mr. Cole. Mr. Cole is right through there, which is right over here. Which is right here. Ah, okay. I'm actually here already. Here I was being all... yeah, anyway. Let's plug these guys in. You can go to there, and then we'll plug you... Oh, right. I have to go in the direction of travel, which is there, goes into there. Then I can take this and go from there to there. And that gives me room for my iron to drop down so we can go across. I'll give it a little bit of space. Bring you to... No. We're going to bring you to there. I'm going to drop you down by the 2. Let's bring you out until you're not flipping anymore. So right about there. In fact, we're going to go the other direction because, well, I need to go the other direction like that. So that's nice and clean. Perfect. All right. And then I have to find my way back upstairs. Let's take a, whoop, not the truck path. Let's take a quick reading here. I kinda... So here's where I'm running into a bit of a snafu, is that the truck path goes through there. I think that, I can possibly put you there. Go up our normal amount. Let's actually go up a little bit more so we have good clearance, and then that lines up with that, and then we can go like that, and then we can go like that. So that's not going to interfere with the tractors. Now the question being is, how does that affect over here? It ain't great. 2, 3. I just need to come down by 1, 2. But as long as I can get a belt to connect, there, I can hide that. Rather readily, actually. Yeah. Bring it down by 1, and then into the floor. Into the floor. And we'll just run this off like it was always meant to be closed off, just like that. Yeah, thank you. Now, right here, well, that's easy. That is just one of these guys, and it looks like it was planned. It looks like hot garbage, because I'm going to do that instead. Let's take this guy out so I can reconnect that particular belt. There, it's connected, and there we go. And then I never have to look at that again, and meanwhile, my iron is going where I want my iron to go. I just need to go where I want to go. Okay, so in here, nothing fancy. We're just gonna go straight across and straight across. And that's the whole point. Hiding shit. Clipping is fine if you don't see it. Okay, if I don't see it, I'm fine with clipping. Okay, back up to the stair side we go. There is a hole somewhere up there that I'm gonna want to fill. I don't remember where it was, but I know there was one. Wasn't there? I believe you were right over here. Yes, you were. All right, let's get you closed off. Back downstairs. And down we go. And you, look at you go. That means if I stick my head up onto you, you should be full. Yes, excellent. Okay, so that has got these guys going down here. Now, of course, I am going to have to do a bit of to get to the other side. Dig on through to the other side. Dig on through. Okay, yeah, I have an idea. Let's grab a concrete wall. Now, normally the walls kind of sit funny like that, but if I do, they don't quite. Nah. I'm trying to. No, see, it won't quite line up underneath. Okay. So. What's the best way to do this? Well, you know what? No, that's fine. Don't overthink it. Okay, so what I'm just trying to figure out here is how I want to break the lines here. because I need to send continue on down that way and down that way. And I think I just need to get you. Drop from there. Which would be, you go there. And you're gonna go there. Okay. Let's break. I want to break free. I want to break free from the rest of my life. I really wish I knew the words. Okay, so we're gonna split there. That snapped in place. That snapped in place. That's the whole point of these two lines, was just to give me that alignment. So those can go. Now for here, what I need to see is how tight is that. So if I go in that direction, that would be pudding. Hey, pudding. Hey, Mr. Chai. That can go there, and then I should. Yeah, that should be okay. So if I actually have a belt here going now into there, and I take my lift, can you squeeze? No, you will not squeeze. You are too much. Yeah, that is a bit too far. So we are going to have to do it this way. Which is just fine. Because we can go to default, and then we go back to straight, and I can do that. And likewise over here, we'll come out to like right about there. And switch back to default, and it gives us the drop, and we go back to straight. And we pop you into there. All right, that is the iron and the coal. We're heading in that direction. Everything fine here? Yeah, that should be okay. That is just coming out. Yeah. Yeah, I should be still okay here. If I bring the belt out here, yep, you will just slip underneath. Okay, good. Just like that. Thank you. Thank you for your attention to this matter. And then we can just quietly seal all of this up. Yep, that almost looks intentional. A little bit of funky there, but you know what? I can live with that. Okay, so coal and iron. Coal and iron. So now I need to start putting in and setting up the refineries. Which can all go over here. Mini platforms, lots of space, big fall down. This is why I want jetpack. Hey, what's your problem over here? What do you think you're doing? You're not getting any iron ingots. What Fell through a hole. Why aren't you getting any iron ingots? Because you are not connected. Everyone producing now? Yep, everyone's producing now. Okay, so we'll put... I'm going to use 1 meter walls here just so I can see what I'm doing. So we're going to put a wall along here. Now, how many refiners do I need? I am looking at... Ooh, I need my copper. I need 105 copper to come over here as well. So we're going to have to run back this way. We're going to need to drop down through here. And that copper line should, or copper node should be right around there. Okay, now, how is this going to absolutely F everything that I have above me up? I'm going to say probably by a lot. Because I didn't really take that into miner. I honestly had no real plans. I just happened to know it was here. And I make you work. Now, look how much you're poking up above. But what are you poking up to? Can I get out of here? Yeah, see, you're coming up right in the middle of the damn drive-through. So you're not going to work. But what is happening over here? Oh, see, I don't think I'm using all of the coal I could be using. See, that's just a Mark 1, right? That means it's only doing 160 per minute. If I increase this guy to a Mark 2, that is now 120. So that's another plus 60. I only need another 45 for this. So if I throw one of these in, that is more than enough. So there you go. That's where I'm going to get my copper from. So where does all the copper go to? It just goes up there into this existing copper factory. It gets split off. It gets split off. I'm thinking let's start doing some upgrades here. Actually, I'm going to delete that because then I'm going to grab this here splitter. Like that. And then we'll pump that one into there. That can go into there. And then I got a copper line I can take wherever I need to, which is wick. Yeah, I'm just going to take this wall out and run face first into a foundation. All right, let's take this guy out. What is underneath here? Solid ground. Where is there not solid ground? Oh, I built it all to the surface here. Oh, it looks like I might be able to get through here. Yeah, I think I can do that. Yeah, that seems appropriate. In fact, let's undo this. Let's go back to just the Mark 1 and put this guy into there. Because instead, I think what I want to do is try to go from here. I'll run you down to here. to there, and then if I grab my splitter, I should get you to nicely line up. I saw the product move, which means you are connected. There you go. So you are, in fact, still flowing. Everything's good. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to need to put in a 1 meter foundation there because I need to put a floor hole in here. Right in line with these guys. And then we go up to there. And I plug you into there. Okay, now I can get rid of you temporarily. Like that. And then you can go and hang underneath. Can I? Ooh. Yeah, I know I'm in the way. Give me a sec. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Let's do that again. Down here as far as I can go. Why are you on a weird angle? Okay, you know what? Let's do, and just grab you. Oh, that's because you're in a weird angle. Why are you on a weird angle? What are you doing here? Oh, okay. So I need to do a little bit of... Yeah, because I need to... Where do I need to break that copper line free? Who the hell knows? Somewhere down here? And that's the iron. Alright, so that's that coal line, that's that coal line. I'm going to be coming in right through, I think, here. I'm going to change these foundations into 1 meter foundations. That. Like that. Let's replace these guys here as well. Where else can I bring that copper line through? What about through here? How well does that go? Is there a path from here over to there? Not particularly. What about if I come... Oh, can I even just... Why am I thinking of it that way? Why not I come through this way? Yeah, we'll bring the copper in through this way. I need to go make some repairs. I don't know where I can get back up. That's a little bit problematic. There we go, right through there. Okay, so if I'm going to go underneath in this way, that changes what I think I was doing over here. What's on the other side of that wall? See, yeah, that's my opening right through here. All right, okay. So we can close these guys up. We can pull that guy out of there. That got all that? Yep, that got all of it. We can lose this. Like that. Yep, that's exactly what I can do. Put this one back. Yep. And then... like so. And then I can... do I actually want to fix that? Yeah. Yeah, I want to fix that. There we go. Oakley dokley. So that's going to bring me the copper. That could have made the iron wire. But that, yeah, no, I think the copper wire is going to be more efficient for me. It's the same number of machines. I just don't think I'm bringing enough iron in to do that yet. Once I've got my upgraded belts and whatnot, maybe, but for now... yeah, we're just going to keep doing it this way. So we're going to now go into... can I catch that? Yeah, I can. So we're going to go from there to you. And then we can start closing this all up. Like that. So that's now all closed off. And I'm gonna just run the line right through here. We'll get rid of all those 4x foundations. Put one foundation there. We'll run a few more of these down this way. Like that. Because that all brings my copper line where it needs to be, and then just to keep you pretty. Okay, let's grab that copper line and down we go. I guess we're gonna hang it from the ceiling instead of use the wall mount. And stretch it as far as I can go with this, the nudge. There we go. And now over here. What is your problem? Oh, there's a height change there. That's your problem. That still doesn't help me. Why is there things drifting? Okay, no, we're gonna do that again. Something very hinky going on here. Like all the way from here to here. Let's do that again. We're gonna get into the wall mount there. That way I can keep the height at whatever the hell I want it to be. Which is like... that. I can disguise it with one of these, like that. And then I can just do that. And look, no one will know. Yeah, I guess that's fine. And sure. Okay, so that's got all that. What is above here? And can I leave you as anything? No, you're kind of you're my man. Okay, so let's now head over here, figure out where we're gonna do with machines. So we need 2.5 refineries and 3.5 smelters. Then I need 7 constructors for the wire, 3, 4 for the steel pipe that goes into both the stators and the here, let me show you guys. Let's bring it back here. So the modeler. All right, so we need 2.5, so 3 of these. We're gonna need 4 of these. That's 11 constructors total, because I'm not going to overdrive them. I'm still on coal power. Power is still a concern. Once I get a proper oil fuel production, that might change, but for now... And then it's 3 assemblers, 3 assemblers. So I do need a bit of space. So my question is where do I want to put these guys? And if we look over here, it should probably be in this corner here. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to first take a bit of a quick break here. And then we get back, we can start setting up our motor production. And hopefully at least get something for the oil production. You know, best laid plans. Yeah, that'll be easy. Never is. All right, I'll be right back. Und we are back. Hello. Okay, so I'm gonna put all my metal stuff behind this wall here. So this is just kind of a temporary indicator. So all of the iron and coal are on this side. That means I'm gonna have my copper on this side, and I am going to keep the metal production kind of all in one place here. So let's go grab some foundries. So what do I need? I need 2.5 foundries. Now, do I need how much space? I think actually I'll do start my foundries down here, like right in here. So let's put the first one in. So you're going to come from here. Let's leave you centered. Actually, I'm going to do 3, so we're going to put 1 there. No, we're not. What am I doing? We're going to come... See, they're just not quite the right size. They're just a little bit big and a little bit big. So I'm going to center one of you right there. We're going to do some math. So 2.5 divided by 3 is 0.93. So we're going to set you at 94%. Doing the steel ingot. I'm not going to use the alternate recipe here, I don't see the reason to. So we're going to go... actually, let's do the math a little differently. I need 112.5. Divide that by 3 gives me 37.5. See, that's a much easier number to read. So we're going to go 38. That's just a little bit more. So you are all gonna run, is that right? Let's check the math. 112.5 divided by 3, 38. Yeah, okay, cool. Why didn't 2.5? 37.5. See, that's a little weird. 2.5 divided by 3. Oh, 0.833. I misread that. I thought it said 0.93. Nope, that okay. That was what was confusing me. Okay, so now I can copy this. It'll have all the same settings, so I'll put that one there. So that's my 3. Then for the smelting portion... Uh-oh. I have a tractor that is stuck. Oh, he's out of fuel. Okay, well, sorry. Emergency rescue mission. The beeper has gone off on my belt telling me that I have a tow job. So let's go find out who and why they've run into problems. And I'm going to eat some tasty treat because I have the world's best partner. She brought me pastry treats. I'm just going out to run a few errands, and that is awesome. Speed. All right, where is he? Right over here. Now, why did you run out of fuel? That's a little weird that he ran out of gas. Oh man, I give myself some hiccups. I really like the new trucks and stuff. Oh, man. I got all hiccupy. I really like the new trucks. All right, sorry about that. Just trying to balance out my audio here. Just checking on it. I do try to check on it every once in a while. Make sure, you know, you can hear me. And I noticed that it was sounding a little bit loud on the game sounds. So I just want to turn those down a bit. So that weird echo you heard was, yeah, me playing the old speakers. Because I'm streaming back the game, like I'm watching the video on a different computer, so I can get a, you know, what are you guys seeing kind of moment. Yeah. All right. Let's get back to work. I may have to go change the title of this video, because I don't think I'm ever getting near refining. Okay, oh man, the hiccups, but so worth it. Okay, so again, we're gonna have a wall going this way. So my copper is just probably right about there. So if I take my smelters and we put one down right about here. Do I want to put it down there? No, I actually do think I'm going to keep the smelters way over the hell over here. Yeah. Because I can bring that copper line around. Let's go like that. Felt like a good. That was it. Huh. Like I get a weird boost when I kind of brush up against that. Okay, so smelterish. Put one there. Let's do the math on it now. So we need 105 copper ingots per minute. I'm going to be doing it over 4 machines, so that's 26.25 per machine. Otherwise, it would be 3.5 machines, and that's just weird. So we're going to go 26.5 per, so of the copper ingot variety, 26.5. Just like that. We then copy you. We'll put one of yous there. And then we'll come over to here. I mean, I've got the room, so I might as well put one of yous right there. Still got the hiccups, damn it. And one use right there. Excellent. Now, as far as walls go, we can run the walls right along here. Okay, so that's got those guys.
So after we make the copper, we are going to need our 7 and 4. So you're making my iron, so it's all steel pipe. So yeah, I think we can do the next batch of our constructors are going to be right in here. 1, 2, how many foundations? I got here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now constructors are exactly 1 foundation in dimension. So if I grab a constructor, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that'll work. And I put 1 not like that. Let's get the orientation correct. Yes, I still have the hiccups. I'm gonna put 1 there. All right. So now I need a total of 75 steel. I could have made these out of iron, but no. What do I need? I need 45 and 30. That is 75 total. Oh my God, these hiccups. 75 divided by 3 is 25 per machine. That doesn't seem right. What did I do wrong on the math thing there? Let's try that again. That is why it is 4 machines, 18.75. The mathin wasn't mathin there. So 18.75. Let's just round that up to 19. There we go. So that's going to be 2 extra steel pipes per minute. We can then sample that by middle mouse and paste these fellas into place. And there we go. So that's the 4 steel pipe machines. Now we need a whopping 7 for the copper. And we're going to run that right over here. And maybe actually right in here. Come back by 1. Because I'm going to need 6. No, I'm going to move my copper. Yeah, because I'm going to do the not the refineries, the... Now who's out of damn gas? Why are people running out of gas? What is this? What are these question marks doing on my map? All right. Okay. Pager's gone off. I need to do some vehicle repair. Let's grab some coal. Oh, that is the problem. That is not a problem there, but it is definitely a problem here. Why? Why have you stopped? What have I done to your fuel line? So coal is supposed to be coming this line because I was gonna move shit around. That's the thingy I did right over here. Yeah. I'm kind of an idiot. I did this to myself. All right, let's just fix this all up. So we're gonna go to, let's take it to, let's not stand in the way. Let's just go to, okay, let's do that to there. Then we'll just stretch this to there. Probably need to upgrade the belt. Not that it'll make any difference unless I do it the whole thing, but let's do the whole thing. Yeah, that's a bit of an oops. Okay, that should start filling the Caterium's fuel tanks back up again. At some point. In the meantime, I'll steal some of the fuel from here. There's a full stack there, and then I'll just throw those back in there. Okay. Yeah, coal's probably not the most fuel efficient way of running this, but oh, they're all stuck on the expressway. Oh, that's not the one I expected to run out of juice. All right, I suspect I'll be having to do a few more of those calls. Random hole. Which I'll just fill up like so. And not hit the console key. Q key, that's the one I want. All right, there we go. Okay, now back over here. Till the next BCAA. That's the British Columbia Automobile Association. It's like your AAA, which is the American Automobile Association. Or not yours, but the AAA. I suppose that would also be the Albertan Automotive Association. Why am I talking about this? I don't know. Okay, what was I doing? I was doing 7 constructors. So I think we can do 7 constructors right in here. In fact, we'll line them up the exact same way we have these guys. I'm going to hit the old H there. Let's see, set them into position. Let's move you this way a touch. So we're going to go 1, 2. Before we go any further, we're going to delete that one. Because we're going to change you to wire. And then we're going to 1, 2, 3. That's 4. Because, you know, I can count just fine. I've improved that apparently, but you can go there. Is that where I want you? Nope, we're gonna go forward by 1. That's got everyone nice and equal here. Yep, and then 1, 2, and 3. All right, so that is the wire production. So we're going to have the wire production coming back over here. Now I need 2 banks of 3 for my refineries. And I think we'll just... Oh, no, I need... Yeah, and then 1 more assembler. Okay, I don't even know what the hell I'm saying anymore. I'm getting distracted by grabbing more treaties. It's a something chive croissant. And it's a local bakery, and they're very delicious. No, Rise, I still haven't had a chance. It's been a hell of a week. I'm going to be working on it today, though. Okay. Where the fuck am I? Oh, part of my language. Jeez. Yeah, we're going to go down like that. So that'll be that building. We're gonna run this wall down this way. And yep. And we'll go the wall this way. And then we'll tuck in our refinery stuff right in here. Or assemblers. Okay, so we need one assembler for the motor. And we're going to point you, let's say we point you right here. There we go. That's nice and centered ladder on the center line like that. So that's going to be my motors. Except I've got you turned the wrong way now, so we're going to have to undo that, and we're going to go boop, boop. And reline you up again. So we're going to go halfway over. There we go. And then let's make sure we're centered over here. There you go. Now you're centered. And that's the motors. These guys, we're going to do the same thing, except we are going to flip them around again. And we'll bump you over by 1. And we'll bump you over by a half. So you're going to be motor. Am I doing the steel rotor? Apparently I'm doing the steel rotor. So let's call you rotors of some kind. Yeah, that's the steel rotor that we're doing because we get more. So that's what gives me the 5 permitted on that. And so I need 3 of these. So we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. And then for the stators, I've got the room this way, so we're going to continue going this way. So I'm going to line you up again. I'll hold you in position. How close are you? You're not quite as close. There's a little bit of separation there. Oh, I am doing the 3 again, so yeah, it just doesn't quite line up very cleanly. If I go 1, back to there. So that is going to be just straight up stators. Not the quick wire. We are going to use the regular because again that gives me 5 per minute, which is the same rate as these guys. Wow, what a coinky dink. Okay, and then we're going to put 1 more there. We're going to put 1 more there. We're going to remove this one. We're going to remove this one. And the reason I'm doing so is because they're all in the wrong place. Oh, shoot, wrong button. There we go. Okay, so instead, I'm going to go line you up here. Forward by 1. I put that one there. Let's get you reset to your correct your recipe, which is there today. Then we can grab you and make you go there, and then we can grab you and make you go there. And to not that button, that button. The reason I did that is then it's centered in on that one, and then it's all balanced out. It looks much, much prettier. Okay, so that is the last of the motor stuff. Good. So now we can just start connecting. So that's going to go there. We're going to throw that to there. And then it'll pop you like that. Like that. And I'm just trying to see how I want to move these guys all around, and I think I'm going to grab a splitter and put it on the ground. That splitter information is going to come in from that side. I'm going to move you in front of the one I want you actually to start off with, which is this guy. You are the correct distance away from your machine, so I just have to lift you up a little bit now. So we'll put that one there. Out by and out by. I want to go out by one like that. The belts don't touch. Yeah, that'll work. And then we just go and scoot forward until you line up there. Okay, so let's replace you. And there is a method to this particular bit of madness here. We can go like that. And then coming out of these guys, first thing I'm going to do is we're going to run a belt to there, make sure we're on straight. Nope, going to have to be on default because that's a nice tight corner. Then I can grab my merger and have that snap into place, have that snap into place, replace the two lifts. That clicks into place, that clicks into place. Alright, take another taste of my treat. Okay. Now we come down to here. We can't run it all the way into it because reasons. I feel that that is going to be too close. Yeah, that's 100% too close. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 3, 4. 1, 2. Yeah. That'll work better. Okay, so we're going to grab a belt and we're going to start running it down this way. Like that, and then we can come in with this guy there. And again, we come in with our mergers now. We can belt these boys into locale. And that's their outputs will now flow into here. Now, did give myself a bit of a issue here. Can I pull this off still? Yeah, that should be okay. If I go like that. Yeah, that should still connect, right? Yeah, okay, good. Because then, I'm gonna go like that, and let's come back over by one. Okay, and that's gonna move my stators and rotors to under the floor, which will then join up with the motors, and they can all travel in one big happy family. Cool. All right, now you guys, what do you require? You want the steel pipe and the wire. So you guys all want steel pipe. So let's work on that first. That's again copper, so that's all my steel pipe stuff right here. So they're going to come off this way, they're going to split off there. That is going to work out just fine. Okay, so let's go back into our floor holes. So we'll put steel pipe there. Steel pipe there. And there. What else did you need? Oh, and the wire. And the wire. Oh! I've been staring at that damn page for how long now? Didn't even frickin' clue in. No, they're completely separate. They got totally different things. Oh my god, sometimes my brain scares me in how bad it can be. Alright. So they all need the exact same thing, so that's fine. We just have to break it up and get it all into everything. So we're just gonna worry about the steel pipe on all of these machines for now. Like that. And then we'll oh, you're too far away. Well, screw you. You don't like being that far away? Fine. We'll put you all right up and tight. Doing like that. Now you'll go in. Like that. And the steel pipe shall exit. There. 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 And now I don't know. And there. Okay. Again, I have to think about downstairs access, but gonna need to extend some floorage. Right in there like that. And crap. Can I get back up there? Oop. Nope. Okay, well. There, temporary ramp. Okay, now that I got all of that figured out, get our belt run. And we're going to get as tight as we can. While still maintaining our straight, which should be right along the center line there. So over by 1. Yeah, and we'll put that there. I have a funny feeling I did that in the wrong place, but we'll find out in a second. Let's just do that again. Nope, that was right. Okay, that's good. As long as, you know, you check things. If you're not sure, check. Well, let problems compound. Okay, so now we need some mergers. So we'll snap that, snap it into there, and snap you into there. We'll do a quick replace on these again, just so we have the connection. And as always, I could throw a belt in between them, but, you know, that kind of will get you in trouble. Especially when you can't really see the belt, you'll forget that it's there, and you could just have a little tiny blockage messing up your day. Okay, so we're going to have the pipe run this way into these fellers here. Need more foundations. Need a thing to step onto. Oh my god, if I go over this edge, I ain't coming back. Not without a lot of headache. Wait. Oof. Yeah, that's a long way down. Like that, there we go. All right, so same as last time, I'm going to get that one belt strung through. And hopefully it's on the right center line, so we'll pop you as far forward as I can get, which is right there. We'll quickly just throw some temporary lifts into place so that I can grab my splitters. I actually want the splitters this time. So we're going to snap you, and all of you, like that. Okay, now we can get rid of the temporaries. And put in the fully connected permanents. Just like that. And then I can take this belt, plug it into there, turn you over to straight, and boom. Pipe is connected. Perfect. Way to get upstairs. Whoop. There we go. And whoop. There we go. Yep, you're still my iron rod doing your thing. Okay, wire. So I got 7 of these guys, which all need to tie into these guys. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to grab these guys. We're going to lift you up to there. And we're going to lift you up to there. We put 1 lift like so. And we run some beltage. Like so. So now when I grab my merger, because it's above with the machines, we can just go like that. We get 3 mergers in. And we just grab our lifts. Yes, they're not going to quite reach. Yep, it looks like we got a tractor emergency. And I'm just gonna randomly hit finger buttons and twitches and all that fun stuff. So these guys are all gonna go out to here. And that'll be me wires. Like that. Okay, and then we'll fix it, finish it off once we fix our tractor issue. And yep, it's right up in that same place. Okay, let's take a run past the stations and make sure they're filling again. Yeah, he's got a full receptacle. He's got a full receptacle. Okay, everyone's got full receptacles. I should probably go grab one. At some point, the system will catch up and rebalance itself out. Just not today, or at least right away. Probably the Caterium, I bet. No, it's the iron ore. Okay. Off you go. How are you doing? Oh, you're fine. How about you? Yeah, you're fine. Okay, I think everyone should be okay now. I like how they space themselves out. God, that is such a brilliantly new put together system. Good job, Coffee Stain. Alright, now back over here before I got completely and utterly squirreled away. So all the copper wire is now coming to here. And it means I can get rid of this stuff. Let's grab our floor hole. I'm going to put it right in front of this. Like that. And then we can go up. And in. And the copper wire will come through there. Missing some floor pieces. I still need to be upstairs. Damn it. Up. And up. Where am I going? I'm going over here. Because I need to put some locations here. So you're going to go there. We're going to go all the way along here. And then we can pop these guys into place. Like so. And I'm just gonna drop a hole right through here just to save myself a little bit of time. Okay, and to keep the belts from stepping on top of each other, we're gonna put that there. We'll put you there. And just again, so I have my snap point. We'll put all of you guys to there. We'll grab our merger. So you should happily reach to there. We grab our belt. Make sure we're on default. Because it won't reach. You son of a... Why won't you reach? Well, you know what? Fine. Oh, by one. Put you right there. Except you went off all... Why is the power gone out? Why is my power out? Which way are these belts moving? These are supposed to be splitters. I was just perfectly fine with power. How has it suddenly turned itself off? It's a splitter going this direction. That's why it wouldn't work. See, now it works fine. All right, let me finish getting these splitters up, and then I'll go see what the hell happened to my power systems. Because that should not have happened. So something has interrupted coal delivery. And I'm almost thinking it might be a tractor-related issue. Anyway, let's replace these guys now with their properly connected counterparts. That one's fine. It's these guys that need the fixing. Okay, I need to go find a power pole. There's one. Okay. Well, I'm currently running on battery power, so let's get the hell over and see what's going on with my power system. Why is nothing generating any power? Nope, battery's gone dead. Yep, and the batteries are dead. Oh, damn. What has happened to the whole system? It's crashed. Why? Really? I'm not gonna get near my freaking oil stuff today, am I? All these interruptions. Where is all of my coal? Okay, I'm gonna cut off. Okay, I think there was just enough interruptions in the coal tractor that it disconnected or allowed this to get empty. So what I'm going to do here is just steal coal from the first few here because they're going to fill up the fastest. And let's try to get these guys started up again. Now the real limitation, of course, here is the belt. I wouldn't even need. Yeah, if it wasn't for the belts, I wouldn't even need to rely on. I could just run everything off that one miner. As you can see, I've just already doubled it up to 480 here, mostly because I just want to keep grabbing out of the coal out of it. Because when the tripper broke both of these. Come on, Mr. Tractor, come fill me up. There we go. Oh, wait, whoa. You didn't bring me anything. Uh-oh. Yep, not enough power being generated yet. Great. What can I do here just as a temporary fix? I really wish we had miners that had 2 outputs. The problem is that miner is not mining. That's over there. And these guys just aren't getting enough coal. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do something to get that miner up and running again. What kind of quality are you? Oh, you're a pure one, eh? We're gonna skirt past the nasties. And see again, frickin' tractors are running out of fuel because the whole system is broken. Nothing's working. God damn it. It was all going so wonderfully, and then it wasn't. Don't mind me, passing through. See, when the tractor shows up, it can't grab, even if this station was full, it can't grab it because it needs power to be able to grab it. So what I'm going to need to do is somehow get power to you while you stay isolated. And I can do that by delete that. Where's that tractor's way the hell down there out of fuel? I'm gonna grab myself a little bio burner here. plug you into there. Of course it's gonna... Okay, so what are you actually requiring? You need 24 kilowatts. Where's the closest biomaterial? There's wood over here. Actually, you know what I should do? No, screw this. I'm doing this way too complicated. Just, I'm here. Dump everything in your inventory. Grab all the coal out of this thing. Reconnect the power line. Grab all... Yeah, so we're going to dump all of these. We're going to dump... I should go throw those into, but I am here. No, I'm just going to have to do it. There's no help for it. I just need to get... I need to get coal back over there. So I'm going to throw away everything that I absolutely don't need. Let's grab a bunch of that. Okay, and then we make the long freaking trip back. And on the way, I'll take care of this tractor that seems to be out of fuel again. In fact, I'm going to hand feed each of the machines. Oh, he's further down that way. Oh, is you? Oh, wait a minute. You're my actual coal supplier down here, aren't you? Yeah, you're my coal truck. Which is ironic. Because you're not carrying any coal. Okay. Let's throw stack into there. Let's go get those machines fed so they at least start producing power. Let's see if I'm faster than the tractor. I am. Why? Oh, because I'm holding this. Such a disaster. I think what I almost need to do is just keep a reserve container up here. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm going to do here. Let's first get these guys. So I'm just going to start hand feeding these fellas here. Which will buy me some time so I can keep everyone online. And we'll split this last stack. There we go. Okay, so everyone's producing again. Need to trip the switch. That's a street light. I need to go throw the switch over here. That's right, because I got everything isolated, so we'll toss you. Okay. Power is back up. Let's go check the fuel station. All right, I'm gonna ride this guy back. I hit the wrong button. Now I saw one head again. Yeah, they keep running out of power, just like fuel, just like right there. Hurry up. We're about to run out of power again. All right, come on, empty. These guys are starting to run down already. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Come on. Move it, move it, move it. Okay. Let's go get all the power hooked up back now. And I think the emergency is over, even with those two that are starving a little. Okay, yep, we're good. Now I just have to go fix some tractors. Here, have you refilled? Yeah, you have. I'll just throw some coal into my pocket. I ain't touching that supply. Now, what caused that in the first place? Oh, it's just that one tractor running out of power, I think, is what doomed me. And over here. Okay, can I get this done now? You're full, you're full, you're full. All the coal is coming in. You got a fuel, so you'll fill up the tractor correctly. You've got coal. All right. Yep, run some tractors out of power, break a line, and the whole system can come crashing down on you. Now, where the hell was I over here? I think I was just about to feed the wire into that system. So that's my wire coming down. And then we're gonna plug you in over here. In like that. Okay. I'm going to start running some power lines now, I think. So we're going to put a power pole there. Like that. And then the same on this side. I have the... No, sorry. Nope, not gonna do it. So that's an interesting question I've been thinking lately. Is there really a market for He-Man in, like, the younger generation? Yeah, I get it. Nostalgia for, you know, older millennials and Gen X, but who the hell asked for an updated He-Man movie? And that's kind of my biggest problem with frickin' movie and Hollywood, is that it's the wrong people making the frickin' decisions who actually don't know the bloody F of anything that they're talking about. And that's the executives and the producers. They don't understand people. They don't understand movies. They don't understand anything. They are simple-minded little know-nothings born into privilege who haven't a foggiest frickin' clue. They're just a bunch of billionaires with an inflated self of knowledge. And quite frankly, they're all morons. You know what it takes to be a billionaire? A complete and utter lack of ethics. You know what it doesn't take? Intelligence. Anyway. Before I get myself all round up here. Who's next? You next. You. Let's put yours just right there. Just right there. And right there. Like that. Okay. Let's connect you guys on the back side here. Like that. And what I should also do is bring power across here. So I'm going to bring you to there. We'll take you across the way. This will eventually get replaced with a proper wall mount. Okay, that way I can see who's got the power, who don't got the power. And you guys all got the power. You ain't got no power. But your power supply is on the correct side, so we'll gring. And we're going to replace you with the proper positioning now, which is where? Which is 2 away. So what I'm just talking is the snaps. So that's 1, 2 snaps. Just like that. And then we can plug in over to here. And I'm going to come up the same 2 snaps. So 1, 2. Make sure we're on the right side. Yes, we are. 2. Okay. Does this line not have power? No, you don't get power for some reason. You need to connect from... there. And across. There we go. Okay, so you guys have got power. What are you supposed to be doing? You're making my copper ingots, so you need to go into the wire stuff over here. Okay, and your power connections are where? We'll run these down. Yeah, we'll run them on that line. And right between the machines. Now, obviously, none of the machines are doing anything right now because they aren't being supplied. I'm kind of working back to, yeah, back to front would be right. You know, at those machines like this guy here first. And then I'll work my way back to the refineries and such. No, you're wrong. I'll do it a couple more times just to completely and utterly confuse myself. All right, I actually want to be there and there. Where am I going to connect you from? Probably right here. There you go. You guys are now powered up. Need to bring you out by 1 more so you can run back to there. And you're powered up. Okay, that is everyone powered up now. No, it's not. You need... right from here. And into there. Okay. All right, so the wire machines. What are you? You're steel ingots. You're steel pipe. That's a 3 to 4. I think we'll just do all of this upstairs in the most ugly manner. That's all I'm going to do is grab mergers. We're going to point you like that. We're going to point you like that. Then I'm going to grab splitters, which are going to go like that, and that, and that, and that. So we're just going to do a little quick loop straight stop talking. I realized I'd done something boo-booed. That's what we want. There we go. That's better. Okay, those guys are going to go that way, and then you all can go that way. Like that. Okay. You're making 26.5. How much do you want? You want 26.5? Well, this is simple. Just go straight across, and straight across, and straight across, and straight across. Oh, wait. You guys are all doing the same thing. Yeah, okay. That means I need in between you mergers. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can go like, I did splitters, not mergers, because again, oh my god, what is wrong with me? Merger. And let's line you up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. Okay, and you guys again, just to confirm, what are you supposed to be doing? You're making me copper ingots. Which are all going somewhere else. Which are all going down to here. Okay. It is underneath me. Clear path. Probably should have a way to get back up. Oops. Ladder. You know what I don't have yet? I don't appear to have ladders. Whoops. Okay, well, we'll use these for ladders then. Oh, you won't go underneath because of your butthead, that's why. Well, if you don't have a real ladder, just make one. Okay, so we want to come out of a floor hole right here. And then we can direct your goodies that way. Okay, so again, you're making me my copper ingots, right? Yeah, copper ingots. Let's run over here to the copper. Who needs it? Which is this guy. So we need a bunch of floor holes again. Just want to make sure. Yep, that's gonna work. There and there. Right, sorry about that. Just again scrolled away. Okay, so that's gonna bring the that's where I need my ingots. which is right down here. So where the ingots are coming down? They're coming down right here. Okay, so we're all pretty nicely lined up. So you go that way. You're gonna go like that, like that. I'm gonna try to actually click the damn button. Oh, like so. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then we're gonna run this guy all the way down. As far as we can, and then we'll do it again. Okay, so we're gonna stop right there. Actually, we'll just go to there. Because what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab my splitter, line you up there, line you up there, and like that. Let's get rid of that and connect you to there. And then I can snap and snap and snap. And that is all that copper stuff. Except, of course, for the copper input, which is coming from the other side. I've kind of forgotten where I left my coal and iron. I don't know what this empty line is. Oh, and is that okay? That's my new coal and iron lines. Yes, they are. Okay, so there's my new coal and iron lines. All right, so copper. Let's actually finish off the copper here. So let me go get the supply line run over. And your copper ingot, copper ingot. So we just have the 2 for the copper ingots. I believe so. Yeah. That can go there, and that can go there. Just gonna have a quick check on the modeler here. Actually, it's supposed to be 4, which is the other 2 are over here. So let's do the same thing here. So again, we are going to convert, and we'll put that there and that there. Okay. And then get these guys connected. Okay. Convenient hole in floor. And let's go find that copper line, which I think is right there. Okay, so the copper line, how am I gonna run you down without really making a mess of anybody else's day? And I kind of think I'm gonna bring you right past here. So we're gonna put a splitter. Not so it runs into that. Come over a few, like right there. Yeah, I'm gonna put a splitter there. I'm gonna completely and utterly move that splitter, because I believe he is in the wrong place. Yeah. Yep. Now he's lined up. gets me every freaking time. Every. There we go. Really nice that splitters actually did connect to belts when you put them in place. Okay, you're facing the wrong way. I'm apparently struggling. Okay. Let's bring the copper via this route. Like that. Why? Why not? Yep. And down and over, and that should be fine. Actually, that should be the right height for one of those. So no cheese in it. We can just come straight across here. Like that. And we continue through here. And that goes to there. You know what? I'm gonna do this cleanly and properly. Let's get everything nice and straight here. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll grab our stackable pole like that, so that I can take you and compress you into like that. So now when I take my belt, I can run you all the way over here, hopefully on straight. You won't quite make it. So we'll come up like to there. Keep you straight for a little bit. There. And there. I don't need to come up. That's what I did wrong here. That's what I did wrong. What I'm going to do here is let's just get you back lined up underneath. Let's keep everything on this height level. Use that, and then we just go, whoop, and off you go. Blow me little copper. Flow. Why aren't you flowing, my little copper? Oh, are you not connected? Okay, well, let's just make sure everything's connected. It might not have grabbed. There we go. All right, so that's the copper coming to life. Head back up. Let's find a way to get back up. Hey, you're not getting your ore. Nope. You're not, because I haven't finished you. Okay, so let's finish getting these guys. So that's gonna go there. That's gonna go there. We're gonna grab you. We're gonna kind of fake you into position. We're gonna get rid of this so we can replace it. And then I can just run a belt there to there, and then we connect to there. Okay, that has got the copper moving. Let's make sure the wires are getting stuff. That would be the what? Where is the copper wire? Copper wire is over here. Yep, okay, copper wire is working. I think the only thing I have left to do is to get the coal and that iron plugged in. Okay. So we're gonna need these again. One there. Actually one there. No, I'm gonna keep it out here. One there. Now I think these might be for the refiners a little far away, but at least they'll be in line with the other, with the copper ones that are coming up. I'll just have to use a little bit of belt. Like that, and into there. Okay. Hey, look, there's a convenient hole in the floor. So we'll run one side that way, one side that way, one side that way, one side that way, and the other two can go that way. There are my steel line, and it's gonna go this way. Okay, so we'll grab our splitter. Missing iron plate. Isn't that hilarious? Oh, that means those containers with these guys are now empty. No, you're not. Why aren't you uploading? I would like these containers to empty, please. Okay. Now that my dimensional depot is properly loading up, let's get back underneath. Wherever that happens to be. So let's see, that's going to be the iron. Where is my iron? Oh, you sneaky little bastard. There you go. Don't know what you're talking about. Didn't see a thing. Okay. Now I should be able to put up my splitter. So we can grab a splitter. You're going to go that way. So we're going to have one. We're going to have one. We're going to have two. And a belt. And again, we'll take out these temporaries. So we can permanently connect, or at least get them connected. And we connect through here. Go that way. And all the way. And we'll use straight to make sure that everything's nice and centered like that. Get around to there and there. Okay, that's the iron. And now we just do a similar thing for the coal. One there. One there. And you go into there. And there. And there. Which way do I want to go? Again, we want to be on straight for this section. You can go there. And right beside. And that should be blowing coal. All right, let's run back upstairs, see how everything is going, and whenever there might be a breakage or something amiss. All right, here comes the coal. Okay, you're up and running. You are up and running. You are starting to up and run. You are starting up and run only because I'm waiting for the pipe. Waiting for stators, so rotors are going along. Okay, so let's check on the steel pipe. And we're just waiting for the refineries to keep up and running. I'm going to kick this one up just a little bit more. Just to make sure I have a surplus, and that can go into the trash. All right. Everyone's running full time there. You're still struggling. Are we going to catch up here anytime soon? Let's have a little boo underneath the underneath here. Guess that's all up top. Okay, everyone's producing their ingots. I think we're just waiting for the overflow system here to kick in. Yeah, so that's kicked in. Yeah, you're still not quite filled up. Oh boy. I did a boner. Oh well. I'll fix that. As soon as I get daisy chaining on these things, I'm going to be daisy chaining them anyway. Why are you moving so stupidly low? Why are you a Mark 1? Okay, that's better. Letter. Oop, I got green lights going on over here. We are making motors. Stators still struggling a little bit. Rotors are filling up nicely. I think stators are starting to get there. How's the steel pipe production doing? This guy's just slowly catching up. I really do want to increase my ingot production, don't I? Okay, I'm just gonna go hell's bent for leather on these guys. I'll readjust them at a different date. But right now, I just need the ingots. Okay. All right, did not get anywhere near the oil production today, but I did get the last of the ironworks is now up and running-ish. It's slowly getting itself up and running. It's just got to now fill up the system. I will have to do some piping to get it into the containers, but I'll do that off camera because I think that is going to do it for today's stream. Thank you guys for watching, as always. I really do appreciate it. If you like this, what I do here, go ahead and hit the like button. Otherwise, you know, if you're not subscribed, maybe think about subscribing. If you want to help support the channel like Lee Barron does, and by becoming a channel member, you can hit the link in the description or the join button below. But that's going to be it for me for today. As always, thank you for watching. If you want to leave a comment somewhere in the way, leaving the comment. I don't know if these guys are you can comment on them after I finish recording them, but I appreciate all the times that you guys come back and watch them. Until next time, though, that is it. Have yourselves a great day. Be safe, be good. Until next time, bye-bye.